to stay at home, protect our NHS.
27 million people watched the Prime Minister's decree last night. This morning in central London, signs of real impact. In Glasgow, too. The government is underlining the message with mass texting of the population. The instruction now to stay at home unless you're shopping for basic necessities, going for some daily exercise, have medical needs, are taking essential workers' children to school, or have unavoidable travel for work that can't be done from home. Construction workers among them, and allowed to travel to work by the government. They're supposed to keep 2 metres distance between each other on site. The Mayor of London was asked if they should be allowed to carry on working.
My view is no, and I made that point quite forcefully at yesterday's Cobra, and I made that point quite clearly to the Prime Minister. According to the government's advice, the answer is yes.
His concern that while many are avoiding the trains, there are still too many rush-hour commuters squeezing into a reduced train service. But many of those commuting today, it seems, are from other sectors.
I'm an interpreter, so I have to come in for hospital appointments and things like that.
I work in a bank. I'm IT support, so people are working from home, so I support the workers from home.
I have to go to work. I have to close my shop.
She runs a vaping shop with her husband. And today, like so many, is shutting up shop with no idea when they'll be able to open it up again.
It's scary, to be honest. It's terrifying. This is our life. This is, where we pay our bills, where, how we get the money to pay our rent, to pay our bills, to buy our food.
West Midlands Police said they found it unbelievable that officers today had to break up a barbecue party as residents ignored the government's ban on gatherings. Police forces around the country seem to take different lines on how to interpret the new laws and wanted help from the government on what was expected of them.
As we work through over the next few days, the guidance, and there needs to be real clarity from government, and I know that that is being worked on, to be very clear about all of the reasons that people can and can't be outside.
As of today, the Cabinet meets by teleconference, and the daily press conference is conducted in an empty room in Downing Street with journalists linked up from their offices. Amongst the questions today, what should individuals do if they're uncomfortable being ordered by their employers to turn up at non-essential work?
The advice is crystal clear to go to work where that work can't be done at home.
And what should boyfriends, girlfriends do if they don't currently live together?
So if your two individuals, two halves of the couple, are currently in separate households, ideally they should stay in those households. The alternative might be that for quite a significant period going forward, they should just test the strength of their relationship and decide whether one wishes to be permanently resident in another household.
But there's been people in the streets cuddling and they're just not taking it seriously. And at the end of the day, they've got to take it seriously, because if they don't, it's going to be worse.
In Scotland, the government is allowing only limited construction work to carry on. Other implementation may differ over time. Tonight, another stark image to remind the whole country why this is all necessary. The government has announced London's Excel Centre in the Docklands is to be turned into a 4,000-bed emergency hospital. The exhibition centre was the venue for the G20 summit, when world leaders tried to shore up the world's economy 11 years ago after the financial crash. Now the site for what is showing every sign of being a bigger economic shock, on top of human tragedy for many, with no clear end in sight.